That goblin wizard. Oh man.
It got in the way.
Oh man. He's one of the 2-star players in the Angry Astral Projection story.
Oh yeah, the goblin who blew up all the, destroyed the dwarf's beard and blew up all his alcohol. With a necklace of fireballs.
You want me to tell that story again?
Only if you want to. I'm not gonna force it.
What? Oh, I mean, do you want to hear that story?
Where?
Alright, so, should I do invisible magic first, since that's kind of the setup for it?
Yeah.
Alright, so we were playing in this homebrew world that Dan, our original DM, Ron was running an in-person game at the time. Locally, for the town I lived there, we were relatively close to each other. And some friends that he was working with at originally Kangaroo / Circle K that moved to his previous job at an office. Oh, my cat's yelling at me. Let me go let him out right quick before he gets on my nerves.
Okay.
Is Mooney still here?
Mooney? Mooney is helping the kiddo with homemade Valentine cards for tomorrow.
Ooh, I missed that message.
Oh, it's all good.
I was going to ask her, who's Rainbow Snickerdoodle? That's what the order form says. Have Girl Scout Rainbow Snickerdoodle deliver the cookies.
That might be the name for the troop?
Maybe, that's why I'm asking.
My daughter's Girl Scout nickname.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure. Making sure something wasn't off on the order form.
Welcome back.
I'm back. Thank you. Alright, so I affectionately refer to this story as Invisible Magic. So we were playing in Jan's homebrew world in person with Ron, etc., etc. Ron was DM. I was a half-elf oracle that was the healer in this game. There was a goblin wizard, an android fighter, and a dwarf barbarian. Alright. Fun setup. Alright. So the game entered on basically the android crashing in a space pod into a medieval town. Because plot reasons, lore reasons, basically because of how the game was set up and the lore of the world was set up and everything. And so we got an adventure for a little bit, and we're in the Dwarven Kingdom, right? So we're gonna go help out this dwarven mining area because they were having trouble with this mine complex. Because workers were getting incredibly sick, some of them were coming back a bit mutated, problems were occurring, we had to go investigate. So we make our way through, and we had to fight a few of these quote-unquote range / mind quote-unquote mind control dwarves, including the captain of the mine guards, which Loki helped create.
I did.
Which was a monk bard counterattacker. And so yeah, eventually we beat him down through a pitched fight. It took quite a bit.
You don't expect the bard to be able to punch like a monk.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he was buffing the crazy. He was buffing his AC. He was doing lots of stuff, and it was basically if you failed to hit him, he would counterattack. If you tried to attack him, he was basically the entire build is reactive. Is the whole point.
Ah.
Unless you do for interacting at close range.
Yep. So. What
Dad! Something out there, Dad.
What? Hi.
Probably
poison.
Sorry, she wasn't barking at anything.
That's about right.
Okay, so anyway, we defeat the guard, the mine guard captain, and we press into the heart of the mines. And basically, in the heart of the mines, we find dilapidated metal structures and everything that looks alien and foreign from dwarven culture and everything. Right? Didn't think too hard about it, and so the android started to make a noise the moment we entered the edges of the cavern, and her character was asked to roll certain rolls and stuff like that. So basically what happened was that she was trying, this is the player playing as the android, was role-playing as the android, trying to explain to our characters the concept of radiation and nuclear powers and things like that, because what we would just stumbled into was a dilapidated, inactive nuclear power plant buried under a bunch of rock and stuff. So keep in mind that she's talking to a bunch of fantasy races who only have maybe about Renaissance level understanding of things. So every time she would talk about it, my oracle and the wizard would just say, oh, okay, so it's like invisible magic. It's very harmful. And she's like, no, it's not it at all. And then she would try to explain it again, and then we would interrupt and like, okay, so it is invisible magic. And it was a back and forth. Keep in mind, we're still standing in this irradiated area. And her character was progressively getting more and more frustrated because she's trying to explain something with space-age understanding in terms of science to people who can't even close to grasp the full concept. And that's why I call it
of science in general.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the science behind all of that and everything. It's like, to my character, one time I had to stop her. I was like, all right, what you're trying to explain is so far advanced in the understanding of these characters that what you're explaining to them is basically magic. They don't understand it. You're not going to win this. You're not going to win. You're not going to get them to fully understand this concept. I had to actually break character. I was like, all right, look. This, because it was basically where she would start to get frustrated in out of character as much as her character was in character. And it's like, all right, look. Our characters aren't going to get it. We're going to chalk it up as invisible magic and we're going to move on because I don't want my character dying of radiation sickness this early into the campaign. So that's invisible magic. One of the rewards was randomly generated during this adventure, which was a mid-range necklace fireballs. Now, what that is basically that the individual beads on this necklace have the effect of a certain caster level of fireball. When you take it off the necklace and throw it at the ground, it will detonate like a fireball spell. And this was a mid-range one. Actually, it was either mid-range or high-range, one of those. So basically, the things sitting on it are basically, those beads sitting on it have pretty good amounts of damage sitting on there as AoE damage and stuff like that. Alright, so now we're going to transition into the story of have you ever gotten so angry you astrally project? So, on the road to the dwarf capital, after we finished off from there and got our bearings and joined up with a caravan, because one of the plot points that we were working on is basically we're slowly making our way to the dwarf capital for the dwarf to present present his alcohol that he had made himself to brewmasters and clan leaders to get recognition as a brewer. And, you know, sell his product, basically. And get it adopted or orders or, you know, basically run a business. Get noticed,
licensure.
get some recognition. Yeah. Yeah, and so we have a cart that's carrying our stuff, amongst other things, because we agreed to use our cart for helping to lug things around. We weren't initially what was told in the barrels on the cart, but I'll mention it later as we go along. So we are ambushed along the way one day by Strixes, which in Pathfinder are basically like midnight black harpies, humanoids. So they are attacking us, and some of them have levels in the Alchemist class, and Alchemist class has a fun little ability called Bombs. So they're doing strafing runs with these alchemical bombs at like the guards and stuff. My character rushes out to heal some of the guards that were initially hurt in the impact. The fighter, the android fighter, was using her internal gun, like an internalized gun that was part of her body work. It was taking shots at like the flying Strixes. And the barbarian and the goblin wizard, the dwarf barbarian and the goblin wizard were basically defending the cart, keeping things away and other stuff like that. Finding ways to pitch into the combat, but dwarf barbarian's having a little bit of trouble because they're out of it. And he's defending his prized alcohol. He doesn't want them coming in flying away with it. So he's threatening anything that gets too close. So one of the Strixes alchemists got hit by one of the shots from the android fighter, and the goblin states as a free action that they taunted that Strix in question. Now keep in mind, that Strix was about to technically die at that point, or was pretty close to death, and stuff like that. So its turn came up not too long after that. And Ron's reasoning is that, well, she's pretty close to death, and that goblin, she really hates that goblin right now. So what happened is that she lit all the bombs on her chest and dive bombed the goblin. Now, here's the fun part. The person who claimed the necklace of fireballs was the Goblin Wizard, who was wearing it at this time. So, when it dive bombed him and set off all of the damage from her bombs, he had to roll 2 saves. The first one is a reflex save to determine if he reduces the damage from the alchemist bombs. And then he had to roll a second reflex save, but not for him, but for the necklace. Because if the necklace ever gets hit with any form of fire damage, it sets it off. In fact, it sets all of the beats off. So, the Goblin Wizard failed both rolls. So fun fact, all the fireballs were never used. We hadn't even got to use one of them yet. So all of them were still on. All the damage from the bombs went off at the same time. In addition to a alcohol barrel on the cart, what the other dwarves didn't tell us is that the other barrels were full of gunpowder.
Oh god.
So the DM starts rolling dice. Oh, by the way, the explosion affected not only the Goblin Wizard, the Strix that was basically dead, the Dwarf Barbarian, and several Dwarf Caravan guards. Alright, so this didn't just hit one person with this. It hit a lot of people. So, at the time, the Dwarf Barbarian was raging and had a pitched fight with a Strix that got into melee range, enough for him to actually hit it. And basically, he was raging at this time, like using his barbarian rage and stuff and all that. Big important detail. Very big important detail. So, the dice get rolled, the GM does the math, and the total of damage is somewhere north of 100 damage. And keep in mind, we're only 5th level characters.
Oh, shoot.
So, the barbarian needs his reflex save, and basically,
Looks like we got them all.
let's put it like this: the dwarven caravanners were dead; they were gone. Strix was gone. The goblin was completely vaporized, and I will quote Ron's exact words from that game. When the explosion happened, basically, the dwarf barbarian was described as looking like Anakin at the end of Revenge of the Sith.
Oh my.
Full body burn victim, missing a couple limbs, and basically the only reason he survived is not only because he rolled a reflex save, because he was raging and had temp HP and other things, because it was enough damage to almost kill him. And I managed to get over and keep him stable. So we had to make an addendum and let Dan know that hey, in the middle of your trade route for your dwarf capital, yeah, there's a crater now.
Hey, Loki. You got
Yeah.
Russians.
No, that's Greek. That's Greek.
Or Greek. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
So,
Yeah, I know. They're back again. Day 3.
it happens again and again.
They want to have a conversation with me, but they refuse to speak in a language that I can entertain and hold a conversation with them because they want to speak their native tongue.
Alright, well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, anyway, basically, they start traveling to the, So we take our injured dwarf friend that survived, because that's all we got at that point. And rejoin the remnants of the caravan heading up towards the dwarf capital. See if we can do something about them. And basically, we take them to the temple, and my character stays with them and other stuff. The android fighter kind of goes off and starts to study the dwarves, because she's studying the planet for the eventual return of the uplifted race, space age race coming back and stuff. Plot elements that never came back because this game fizzled out.
Yeah.
So while we were sitting there, every couple of nights, his character was he was talking with the DM, which was Ron, and basically talked to him about something, and he wanted to roll a d20. So every couple of nights, his character would start kind of moving and start grunting a little bit.
Hey.
And it was curious because we were like, okay. And we were like, kind of asking him if he was in discomfort or anything. It was like, nah, well, he's a full body burn victim right now. Of course he's in discomfort, but no. It was also a case of
Is something the matter?
what was happening is after he rolled a couple of successful
No,
d20s,
nothing. It's
successful 20s in a row,
What's wrong with the
the
flower?
DM ruled that his action was a success.
It
And
looks like
basically
the
we
stem
had
is
the high
broken.
priest come over and
I'm
to help
afraid
us
it's
figure
going
out
to
what was
die
going
like
on.
this.
So what it turns out
Poor
is that
thing.
the dwarf was getting so unbelievably
I was
angry
thinking that maybe
that he
I
was
would
starting
put
to
them up in your
astrally
room.
project into the
It'd be a
afterlife.
shame to waste them. Would you
And
like
he basically
Um,
projected himself
yeah,
all
that's
the
a
way
good
through
idea.
the chaos afterlife. And he was searching for
that?
the
What
goblin.
was that all about?
Eventually, he
There.
found the
Look.
spirit of the goblin in the chaos afterlife, and he was, and the spirit of the goblin greeted him as if he was a friend and everything. And right next to the goblin was his cart and his barrel of alcohol, and both were on fire. So the spirit of the dwarf came over and started choking the shit out of the spirit of the goblin. Yeah, that's the story of have you ever been so angry you astrally project?
So you're playing GTA San
Nice.
Andreas. It sounds like you made it to the countryside, which is good for you, Chart. No, he's not just doing that. He is telling a story that someone wanted to hear. Other than that, I have no idea what the hell you're saying because I'm just basing off of context clues. Again, if you want to have a proper conversation with me, speak in a language I can understand, not just based off of context clues.
There, I don't. Unfortunately, this story had the unfortunate side effect where Ron no longer rolls for random loot, so all of his loot is now placed and intentional. Yeah. Well, at least he didn't make Dan's mistake of actually using the deck of many things.
And not paying it, yeah.
Oh, even worse with the whole not paying up because he actually got good cards.
Yeah.
You don't introduce the deck if you don't want to deal with the consequences of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean both the good and the bad.
Mm-hmm.
I still laugh. I still laugh at if you've gotten so angry like you astrally project because it's just funny. Because it's just so out of nowhere and funny. At the end, it's like he's actually projecting himself to the afterlife. And it looks like he's looking for something. What could he be looking
Mooney,
for?
I've translated some of the things they're saying, like, after stream or during a break. They are not trolling there, and unless they are really taking this far, they are, putting a VPN through Greece. So unless they're willing to go that far to troll, they are probably actually Greek. And no, it is not modded. The game is not modded in any way, Chart.
Oh, man.
Yeah. One of the good ones.
There was that one. There was
Ooh.
those two. What else? We've already told the one many times about what we've done in Star Wars.
Yeah, Force has done their thing. Then there was a Dan game.
Which one? Which moment are you referring to? How my character joined the party?
That
Talking
as
about that
well.
one?
You can talk about that one if you want to.
I mean, that one's pretty simple. Okay, so I'm playing a elf, half elf, an elf-looking changeling that grew up in a settlement. And changeling in Pathfinder is not what changelings are. It's not the same thing as the changelings in D&D. D&D's they're shapeshifters, whereas in Pathfinder they're the offsprings of hags with a non-monster humanoid race. And they used to be almost exclusively female, but they changed that in second edition because basically they're basically immature hags. They have to undergo a ritual thing to become a hag, and hag mothers will basically try to put them as much trauma and things to make them come to them and be willing to do the ritual to be turned into a hag and stuff. So, mine's had that backstory, and that's why her elf father was raising her in the Dwarven Kingdom, was to get as far away from the original place as possible.
This is
And
what's going to
basically-
happen, Gold, when you speak another language in a English-speaking chat. It's not discrimination, it's just how things are going to be. Go ahead, sorry.
No, that's fine. So, basically, I'm sitting at the Gnomish town because my character started traveling to kind of explore the world and stuff. Instead of just, sitting in a dwarven settlement and not doing anything. Really.
Gold, Mooney is busy
And,
helping her
bas-
kid. Good, go ahead. I'm gonna have to cut you off,
And,
cut you off randomly.
Yeah, I get it. It's your stream, dude, and you're responding to someone, so
Yeah.
I get it.
I also don't like being rude with that kind of thing either, so I'm trying to avoid it when I can.
It's basically, this is how my character gets introduced to the party, is my character sitting at the bar along with some dwarves in the Gnomish port town that I joined in at. And I'm gonna need some memory jog on the context. I think either your character was in prison there or something. They were there.
No. We were just stopped off. We just picked up Phoenix's character.
Oh, Give. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wait, was he the one that drew the imprisonment?
No, I'm the one who got the dimensional imprisonment.
That's right, but he also drew get out of the situation and used it on them.
Yeah. Mooney, we've already been through this with this person. They refuse to speak another language. They're refusing to do so because we shouldn't have to force them to speak a non-native language of their Actually, they still want to speak a non-native language. Easy way to put it. And they consider it discriminatory if we try to enforce it.
It's not discriminatory.
Yeah. They claim it though as a thing. I just like,
They can claim all they want. It's not
I know.
discriminatory.
oh, I know. That's why I don't really care.
And you just ignore him at that point.
That's pretty much what I do.
Anyway,
We're not discriminating based on your language. We're just asking you to please use a language we can understand.
And they did the exact same thing they did last time.
I mean, I can report them for all that matters.
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying, Zed? I don't want to get hooked up on them.
Okay, so my character sits at the bar enjoying a drink when the party joins in.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Your
Give-
character was working at the bar when my character comes in, orders a drink, and sits among dwarves and stuff. Which is an
Yeah.
odd sight because my character looks like an elf with mismatched eyes
Yeah.
and a couple of scars and not much. So it's very odd that she's not only sitting with dwarves, but she's also friendly with dwarves and talking to them. Very friendly in their tongue. But players. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so Phoenix's character Give comes over and starts hitting on my character because I'm playing an all-female ring back when they were originally written.
Exactly,
Changed
Mooney.
in second edition. And basically, my character just kind of rejects him. So he gets a little annoyed, and then has an idea to play a prank because he's a bit of a trickster. Phoenix is, and his characters tend to take a bit of his personality a little bit from time to time.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Not much
So-
yourself, Sticky?
Ain't too bad. I'm taking a quick little smoke break here.
Nice.
How's your stream going?
Doing good. Got a person who's speaking Greek in the chat, and they refuse to speak English because they consider it discriminatory that they're not allowed to speak their own native tongue in the chat. But I'm just essentially ignoring them.
Is it the same guys yesterday? Was that
Yep.
yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't. I was lurking, but I sat there and I read the whole conversation. I was sitting there thinking that's. I don't know. You know, you don't want to be rude, right? And I normally have no problem translating stuff like that, but the guy has to see it from your perspective. You know, you're busy, you're working.
Mm-hmm. And as far as I'm concerned, troll, which is why I don't engage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, you have an English tag, you know, to be
do?
fair.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why he doesn't just go somewhere else. I mean, why is
Exactly.
he trying to make a big deal about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I finished up Eternal Strands. I'm gonna
Nice.
start Monster Hunter.
Alright. By the way, Sticky, this is Zed. He's a good friend of mine I've known for many
Hello.
a year. And you've already met Uni.
Yeah, you mean
Oh yeah, wait a
Zed?
minute.
I've
I'm
not
doing
met. Yeah, I've met Unicorn. I've not met Zed.
That's because Ved's usually a very quiet and private person. He doesn't come into the chat very often.
You'd probably say the same about me, couldn't you? I'm trying to be social. You know, I have real bad anxiety, so it's not always easy for me.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. I have Asperger's.
Yeah.
That's not lined up right. Bring it up.
I think that's what Flamingo just said he's got the other day. I can't remember.
There we go.
Quick version is basically, it's similar to autism. You have a hyperfixation of interest.
Yeah, I kind of
Damn.
know what it is.
Well, I think a lot of people generally know more about it now thanks to the internet and
And The Good Doctor, right? Isn't that what
Yeah.
he's got, that TV show? Yeah. My dad watches it.
yeah, it's gotten a lot more notice and yeah. Well, autism and Asperger's is like an offshoot of it. It used to be considered its own thing for a time, but then they just said they're so similar that it's basically a spectrum type thing.
Yeah, mental health in general has, you know, it's really changed a lot since, you know, since I was growing up, say
Oh, yeah.
15, 20 years ago. It's, you know, back
Mhm.
then, we just, oh, he's retarded. You know, that's just,
Yeah,
Let's
I hope
not
that
use
word's
that
not
word
like
while I'm
banned by
streaming,
the-
please.
yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I just realized, I hope that's not, yeah, just
It's
ignore
fine.
that. I didn't say that.
That's fine. I'm just letting you know.
But yeah, that's how it was when I was growing
Yeah.
up, you know. And nowadays they
Yep.
know a lot more about a lot of different things. You know, we figured out. Yeah, I mean, even the
Yep.
anxiety problems that I have, like back when I was growing up, I never even had heard of anxiety problems. You know, I don't know.
Yep. Yep. And the other part of it is you tend to have more problems with social things. The main thing is for me, I have a hard time it's generally you have a hard time reading faces. You know, things that you would. I have to actually sit and study facial expressions for a time, and I have to develop patterns on people to
Gotcha.
understand what their emotions are. And even then, it's still a bit of guesswork because I could be still misreading that. But you don't have that problem as much on the internet for obvious
Mhm.
reasons.
Easier
Yeah.
to talk to people behind the screen, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. So, do you want me to get back to the story, or just want to
Yeah, go for it. You can go for it.
Sorry for interrupting, dude. Go
No,
go
it's
ahead
fine.
Yeah.
and get back to what you guys were talking about. I'm
No,
not-
you can join us. You can join us for the chat, man. You're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'll hang out while I'm smoking.
So, okay, your character was working at the bar at the time, and Give came over and hit on my character. My character, she turned him down, and Give's a bit of a Phoenix. Sometimes has his personality kind of comes into his character just a little bit, and he likes to be a bit of a prankster, right? So he goes over to the bar and orders a drink, right? So he gets a drink, comes back over to my character, and then dumps it on her head. And my character gets a bit annoyed by it and stuff like that. But I don't think it didn't develop into a fight. It was just like the dwarves get a little defensive because, you know, my character's among them.
Why are you wasting good alcohol?
And why are you wasting good alcohol and stuff? So, Give goes over and he gets a bottle of alcohol that and puts a bit of cloth in it.
You can guess what's going to happen.
And yeah, and then basically goes over to Aiden, which is the GMPC of this group. And
Not
he's
a
a
good
Ifrit,
GM.
which is a fire human.
Not a good GMPC, by the way.
Oh, he was actually a
Not a good GMPC.
Oh yeah, not a good one, yeah. But he was definitely one. Oh god. And so basically Give does something to startle him to basically get like his one of his fiery things to actually light well, actually no, he hands him the bottle, startles him enough to get him to accidentally light the thing, and in his startling he threw the bottle, which became an improvised Molotov cocktail at the bar, and knocked over other drinks at the bar, and caught the bar on fire.
Yeah. Accidental.
Oh yeah, then we had a whole article on that one. Quote unquote, accidentally. And so basically we had to leave the bar. Our characters were no longer allowed in port, because the authorities showed up immediately. And basically, my character was approached by the GMPC Aiden and was basically like, "Hey, you wanna get back on that dude that played a prank on you? Why don't you come along with us and help us out? And you can find the perfect opportunity to get back at him." So my character took up on the opportunity. Game didn't last too much longer after that, but
Well, when
That
you're
was
just
how my
addicted to
character
many
got
things, and there's no real focus for the campaign itself either.
yeah, I got that impression very quickly. Then again, I got that impression that he was not hard ruling things either, because
Oh no.
I forgot what her name was, but she was playing the human.
Bellicross. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, Bellicross.
Yeah, she was playing that character, and she was playing the human in his world building. Basically, like, humans are persecuted / near extinct. They only have like a small population somewhere. And basically, he had to his GMPC gave her a magic ring that made her look like another Ifrit. Yeah, that campaign felt like it was like very seat of the pants, not really thinking about the writing too much.
Uh-huh.
But hey, you know, that campaign introduced me to you, so
It was
Run.
very, I want to say
haphazard.
yes, haphazard. He doesn't mind things going to like 11 or 12 or whatever. He's just there to have fun and create the story. Like, no, you need some planning, man.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you can have those over-the-top moments, but you also need to have the underpinning to the story in order to have the campaign go. I'm not saying you can't have fun with it. That is not what I'm saying. You know, it's you have to have something that's not just the funny moments.
Yeah.
And even then, like a good bit of it is the characters also didn't have a lot of reason
Direction.
really. And sure, in hindsight, and no
Yeah.
real direction to go in.
Yeah.
What's another one? That one's like a very, very light one. That's not.
There was the Pathfinder Shadowrun blend, or Starfinder Shadowrun blend you did.
Which moment? Which moment? That one was a good one.
Any of them, just choose one. They were all great.
Do we want to do the parents one?
Yes.
Okay, so Ron does not like Mechanical Crunch or Shadowrun, and I wanted to run a Shadowrun-like game. So instead, I did like a small adaptation of it in Starfinder, and
Ball.
I think it turned out pretty good for the most part. All three players tell me they have fun, so you know I'll believe them. I'm inclined to believe them. So, all right. So if you know anything about Shadowrun, basically it's like Cyberpunk but with magic, and humans, when magic re-entered the world, basically mutated into like orcs, dwarves, elves, and trolls. And basically, there was your character. I want to say it was an elf.
Yes, mine was an elf. I was an elf
Yours
shaman.
was an elf. You were an elf shaman. Ron's was an elf, but I want to say
Elf Decker.
it was It was Elf Decker. Elf Decker, which was playing. It's basically the rogue class in Starfinder. And then our street shaman was a troll. And
Great samurai.
yeah, a street Sam was a troll / soldier from Starfighter, and basically our little street Sammy here. He was a troll with a lot of cybernetics and a lot of stuff. He also came with
I
a
think
unique
it was
personality.
bio. I thought it was bio.
Well, yeah, no, it was bio.
Okay.
It was
okay.
bio upgrades.
Yeah, I'd say I think it was mostly bio.
Yeah, they were biotech instead of full
Biotech.
augment tech,
Yeah.
full cyber tech. It was biotech. Anyway, so this troll is basically looking to get a job in the city and get a better money and all that stuff and move out of his parents' house. And he was one of the people that was coming to their flat to help pay for rent and all that stuff. And basically, when he shows up, he has all these boxes and stuff. And so, initially, he was brought there by his parents. So, the personality of this troll was basically, he was a full-blown otaku. Like, full-on otaku. Keep in mind, trolls are like, you know, these big horned humanoids that are like, at least over 8 feet tall, and muscle-bound and jacked and built and everything. And he is like this kind of like man-child weave that's coming in with his stuff. And I was playing up that his mom was like the embarrassing mom for the entire time when they're decorating, who do not understand his hobby, who do not get him, and all that stuff, but is still being a supportive parent and everything. And just absolutely embarrassing the absolute crap out of him in front of his two flatmates while helping him get moved in. Just pure role-playing at the time. Because even Loki can attest to how just out of pocket it was with that.
Mom, stop it! Not for my new
I brought you-
flatmates.
Those were my new flatmates. Oh, sweetie, you know, it can't. It's not that bad. You know, we bought you these lovely spring flower sheets for your bed, for your new bed. because you always say that thing about springtime and youth, and I thought it was beautiful. You know, it's very beautiful. Mom, you don't understand what the character says.
Yeah.
It was just so. It was back and forth me role playing and exchanging with player on that. And meanwhile, the dad's like, "All right, son, you gotta build up muscles and you gotta use them for good. Hurt them and kill them." Of course, Dad.
And he's retired military. He was a retired military officer. It's like, yeah, sure, no hurting.
Well, no, his dad was like a break instructor. He was like got out. The son was the got out of the military.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His son got out of the military, but the dad's saying, hey, no, build those muscles, but don't kill anybody. Your son came out of the
Don't hurt
military, my
people.
guy.
Use them for good. Use them for a job endeavor. You know, live a good life. His character is absolutely just embarrassed and everything because they're not just talking to his character, but they're also talking to mainly Loki's character because
I'm also the face.
Leon's character was Leon's character was basically a paranoid shut-in. Like she didn't come down until like towards the end of it, and then it was like even more embarrassed because his mom's not embarrassing him in front of a woman. It was funny, and yeah, it was just funny. They were moving stuff in, and then just I love your character's reaction to all of his like figurines and other stuff. And his mom calls them like his dolls and stuff. He's like, Mom, they're not dolls, they're figurines, they're collectibles.
Some of them are even posable and have action poses.
Yeah.
That just
And
makes
then it was like, and then I got your little storybooks. Mom, they're not storybooks, they're manga. Just absolutely embarrassing the crap out of them, but it was so funny. It's funnier when we were there doing it than it is telling it, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but
it's very in the moment.
It's just this absolute level of improv that me and Rob were playing off of each other that it's hard to replicate.
Let's see.
There was that moment. Let me think. Van.
We got a van.
Yeah, it looked basically he was a rigger instead of a decker.
Oh, it was a rigger.
In context, yeah, he was a rigger. He had drones.
Oh, that's right, he was rigger. I thought he was. I just swore he was decker because he was doing security for a stuffer shack.
No, that was Ron's character. Fritz was my.
Oh, Fritz. Okay, sorry. You roboticized right as you talked.
Oh, I didn't know.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was saying, you know, you guys walking up Fritz's van, and when he wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. I see. You're also a man of culture.
Yeah, basically, like he's watching something anime on like his computer, and basically just sitting there and stuff like that. Doesn't hear them walk up or anything. They're supposed to meet up with them and stuff to do this job, and basically like they knock on the door and stalls the crap out of him because what was on the screen was basically Shonen Eye, which is the
BL.
Oh yeah, it's the BL, but no.
Yeah, that's what Shonen Eye is. BL is basically boys' love. Small, like really,
Well,
not literal like small, not like literal boy. More of the small romance, not full on like adult relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's a difference between the two, and some
Oh,
people
yes,
don't
there
always
is.
know that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he's a bit embarrassed by that. Other characters don't know what it is, but I had the otaku troll for it. He had to roll his knowledge into. And basically, like, he's like, hey, I know that. He's like, I know that, but he doesn't want to talk about it to him because it's kind of awkward. But he wants to talk about it. So basically, while later, it was basically like while we're working on things for the mission and stuff, they have a bit of an aside conversation. It's like, all right, so which character do you like from the show? I'm like, trying to do it out of earshot away from the party, which is hilarious. And basically, there was that moment where Fritz gave him his account for like a game, for like a pay-to-play gacha game and stuff. It's like, you didn't spend any money on this game. Here, I'm gonna use some of my money to just starts becoming a whale and is making the account basically free to play to a whale account. It's like, because he's bored. It's like, you don't have any of the good stuff. You didn't roll or pull anything. So yeah, there was that. The funnier part is that, like, he would always announce his Japanese name that he gave himself. He would never introduce him by his, quote, boring American name that his parents gave him. I love that character so much. It's so good. Because you have to keep in mind that this is some muscle-bound, again, human-looking person that's muscle-bound and...
Think Schwarzenegger, except put them in a weirder skin.
Well, that, and give them horns.
And horns, yeah.
Augmentations. And you've basically pretty much got to troll Shadowrun.
And bigger.
It's just...
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
taller.
and bigger.
Oh,
And taller, yeah.
yeah, anyways.
And basically just... It's just so hilarious because that's the image of the character juxtaposed with the personality. It was so funny. Because he was always calling himself Rex and other things, and his character is not Japanese.
Musashi.
Yeah, Musashi. Yeah, his name was like a mixture of two different Japanese samurai names. Oh, there was the one, that was record, like Dual Musashi, I'm trying to remember. Sasuke. Sasuke Koshiro. It was the duel on the island to the duff.
Ah. Oh, and yeah, the fact that we had to hide that we were meeting a Japanese faction.
Oh, yeah, because... Okay, so basically one of them had a contact local thing was basically like a local outbreak of
That'd be me.
for interest. Yeah. So basically there was a local Yakuza boss that he was doing jobs for, / picking up money for. But also paying protection money too, because they protected that neighborhood and kept people out that would cause trouble. And basically they were doing their best to keep it a secret that they were working for a Yakuza boss because of their weed. It's even funnier when he found it. It's like, alright, you gotta be on your best behavior. You gotta do this. Can't start geeking out. You gotta be serious.
He actually rolled to keep his composure,
Yeah, he did.
and he made it.
What was
Not
even
by much.
funnier is like he was He was gonna show up in like a normal outfit every day, in an outfit like a stained anime t-shirt and shoes and stuff. And you're like, no, can't go there like that. Can't go there like that. That actually looks presentable and boss. Looks presentable. I always do love. I love the attention that we're meeting with the boss. Just
Yeah. Sashi, stay calm.
it's like, you know, just because I never did directly saying things, but I tried to hide like implications happening if you fail.
Oh no, knowing Shadowrun, you can get pretty damn good idea of what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if anyone, the average person, but basically if you fail the mob boss, well, or you have to prove your loyalty. You're suspected of not being loyal, well, might be a problem. They don't like problems.
Problems are not appreciated.
Yep. This is even funnier, basically, I love the moment towards the end, where he turned down the offer from the Yakuza boss.
Yeah. He's not quite Japanese, but they're willing to make an exception for him. But that doesn't mean that exception can't be taken away, too.
Well, yeah, that was his reason on why he didn't accept it. But at the same time, it's also a case of also he recognized that exactly what he was saying is basically to throw your character and Ron's character under the bus. And his character also has a sense of loyalty to you two, because you guys have been helping him out and doing things with him and stuff.
Oh, the girl.
Being his
Oh,
friend.
getting him set up. Getting him set up with
Getting him
the
set up.
with the secretary
And being
person.
an actual official. No, it wasn't even a secretary. She was one of the people that was running the parking nearby.
Oh, the parking was right.
Remember, you fed him lines, to get him
Yeah.
paid and everything.
Yep.
Because he was like, don't be your normal self, don't be your normal self. Hold on, let me help you. I love it. Successfully with her, but then does like the awkward thing where he fumbles back into the van.
Yeah.
Looks like we got them all.
Again, I was endeared to this character as a DM. It's just funny to me. There might be some really dumb stereotyping of people and nerds in general and stuff. But the way he played it with like this energy was funny. Yeah, he was gonna get set up with that girl. No, I love his reaction. Is like, she looks all prim, proper, and formal when she's actually at her job and stuff.
Mhm.
And then she shows up like a pretty typical anime girl when it's time to actually, not be at work and stuff.
Yeah.
And basically, this is right when everything goes
Goes to
bad
hell.
for the players. Is when this date occurs, and it was no coincidence that the boss showed up at the restaurant.
Yep.
Which is even funnier because I don't think his character actually knew the boss in the restaurant.
Nope.
I'll tell you something even funnier. His problems were fed to the fish in the fish tank in that restaurant.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there.
So anyway, so. We had that moment where basically he refused to turn on his friends and stuff like that. join the otherwise you realize very quickly he's viewed as an asset, not as a person. And he couldn't turn on his friends. To him, it was dishonorable to turn on his friends. Because he was basically given everything he kind of wanted right in front of him. He turns it down, which is like really good role playing. I also love it when you guys started trying to find a way out of the city. Having to do one less job while being looked for.
Yeah. And we pulled it off successfully.
Yep. It's a fun game. Again, that was whenever I say one-off, I'm going to be very clear and say it's not going to just be one session. It's going to be going down the story I have in mind.
Yeah. Then there was the Starfinder game that you had as a horror game.
Oh yeah. Basically, a quality ship. Yeah, basically, it's a lot of aliens on ship. So aliens, but it's a quality ship instead of a colony on the planet.
Yeah. Guess how many people died? Yes. Yeah.
No, you had a near-death experience when the Praetorian attacked you with its tail attack through the cockpit of that gate vessel. Then you turned around, blew up the ship, and then sent the little symbiote spiraling into a sun, and watched it go all the way. Well, actually, half the ship disappeared due to it caused a reaction in the core, but basically caused it to half of it to go to drift. I remember describing that. That was funny. Well, that was funny, but it was also good. It was on the verge of... It was at the beginning when Starfinder First Edition was starting out.
And things were still getting worked out of the kinks.
Yep.
There we also see ones that would be from interesting games I haven't attended to.
Yeah, I figured.
There's that play-by post that's on hold right now, essentially.
Yeah, nothing really interesting right now. I mean, in the context of the campaign, stuff is happening, but
Nothing story-wise.
there's nothing that really stands out at the moment. Other than a bard casting on a spell on a random person that he thinks is being suspicious, and a guard trying to magically assaulting another person for no understanding.
Yeah.
But that's like, we showed up and like, alright, we're with the nobility, and we're gonna get this sorted out and stuff. Yep. Or at least it hasn't had enough stuff to happen.
Well, there was the Gods campaign that we were doing.
God's War was pretty good. I didn't stay very long. That was right up, leading up into that big depression I had. Right around the same time as, that huge depression I had around the same time as, towards the end of the property. It was kind of dropping off the internet for a bit. The only thing to say about the God of War game was the character's boyfriend became a paraplegic, and basically that was his way to get retired from the game. Was taking care of his boyfriend. Yeah, but that happened after the fact. That happened after the fact when I actually started getting contact with people. Maybe like a year and a half. Even though that was just for help my character and explain like why the player couldn't find him. And probably give him a proper retirement. So basically that happened, and basically my character inadvertently caused it because basically he thought he was saving his boyfriend from a trap, and inadvertently caused his angle away from the crossbow bolt to hit his spine, paralyzing him twice now. So, you know, my character feels very personally guilty about that, even though he was kidnapped. He was kidnapped by remnants of a bandit group that his boyfriend's father broke up, and they were getting revenge on his boyfriend's father and not him, or his boyfriend. So we were just, you know, kind of victims of the crime, so to speak. And my character thought he was safe, and I misinterpreted or misunderstood the information, and basically that's what happened. So naturally, my character feels very guilty about it, is doing everything he can to take care of him. The even worst part about that is his boyfriend is a half-elf, and my character was human. There are good chances and good odds that he'll probably outlive my character. That was the game of Two Blades, which is a very odd name for a tower show.
Joe Blades?
Yeah, it was the dude's first time playing.
Oh, okay.
Just really like the name. He
Okay.
was a tower. He was a fantasy fighter. His unique mutation from God's War had a third one. So you use it to build the two-handed instead of the one-handed one. And also build the tower too. Joe liked fighting.
I can tell.
Bronze was the cleric. I guess this is back during his time is Leon There are a good number of characters of the same name.
Yeah. I remember those days.
Yeah, we managed to get him out of that. That took a while.
Reliable name, though.
Oh yeah, well, it's a good name. It's just he was using it for most of his characters. It wasn't all of them, but now we've gotten him to actually try going to different names for different characters. Shanda played a sorcerer, and she was enchantment based, I don't remember her name. There was Alex Arcanist. And she was a tiefling. In fact, her mutation was wings. It was a lot easier for her to find her mutation with her race. So that's why people didn't really,
Question it.
think too much about it. Question it and think about it too much because sometimes tieflings have wings, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Most of the time they don't, sometimes they don't. She was just born with a lot of that stuff. She was born with a lot of tiefling traits. A little bit more than normal. For the average person, they're just gonna shrug and go,
That's another one.
let me think.
There's a Harry Potter campaign right now.
And there was Silver. Silver was playing Shifter, which was new at the time, and he was abusing the fact that no one knew anything about the class at the time, and basically intentionally
Bullshitting everything.
misinterpreting how the class works. Yeah,
Bullshitting.
And initially, it got by until Dave actually started doing a lot. Things the kills rules for finally when he started reading, it's like, okay, now I know what you're doing.
I
But
could
yeah, it
probably
was,
shut it down.
yeah, well, he got pissy because he was getting shut down. It was fun.
He wasn't able to cheat.
Well, that's the thing about Silver. The person, dude is not having fun with a game unless he's the center of attention and you're in the spotlight. So if his character isn't performing as well and in the center of attention most or all the time, he's not having fun, he's going to try his best to put himself there. It's that annoying.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yep. That was the reason why they're not willing to play with him. So yeah, what was the other thing I said? I'm trying to remember. So now I've lost my train of thought from that one.
Hmm.
Oh, the Harry Potter one. Let me think. Funny moments. Let me think.
Jim's first
Yeah,
realization
go ahead,
of what
grab
your
on my
caster
knee.
is. Yeah, say Jim's first realization of, oh fuck. What I
Yeah,
do.
so basically, the GM for this game didn't really think too much of my character for enchantment. So I rolled up playing enchantment. She thought I rolled conjuration. I was like, I'm picking a school that isn't picked by anyone yet. And she's like, oh, so you're picking conjuration? I'm like, no, enchantment. And she's like, oh well, certain spells are going to be on dark or with the Harry Potter game and stuff like that. It was mainly the ones that might people for obvious reasons and all that. So, I had to find different spells that would actually be useful. And I landed on my little favorite card, which is Feeble Mind. Feeble Mind turns people into a mental vegetable. And even more so, it has a little fun little extra on top of that, is that anyone who is a working caster gets a minus 1 penalty to save. And since we're playing an all-caster game for the most part, and the enemy casters we encountered by the vast majority, there was only one that was different, are arcane casters. So basically
Looks like we
they all
got
take
'em
that
all.
penalty. Do that and everything, and basically she's having trouble with the game because my character uses it to solve all his problems. Because I encountered hostile enemy, Feeble Mind. I encounter a hostile caster, Feeble Mind. It's really my version of the Fireball, that Dave's character. Dave / Dalavar, the husband of Liam, and his character is an evocation specialist. His parlor trick is Fireball. His parlor trick is that he can turn Fireball into different damage types, and not just be fire damage. That's his solution to problems. My solution is, and you're a mental vegetable, and you're a mental vegetable, and you're a mental vegetable. And what I mean in mental vegetable, they're like intelligent. Like all their mental stats drop to 1. And they can't do anything. And all this stem is just from her saying, well, you can't, it's illegal to cast dominating spells. I'm like, alright, well, I gotta find a different solution to the problem.
Well, it was also the broken promise of, oh yeah, this is going to be a bit of a social and combat game. And you were going to focus on the social. And then the social never happened.
That's the thing. It was like, it was meant to be, basically, the focus was supposed to be on the school and stuff, and it became more and more about combat than actually going to Hogwarts and stuff. And since I had to reshift my character around to being more of a combat-based character, combat-oriented character, because of it. That was promised that we were playing a social game. That this was going to be more of a role-play social aspect game rather than a full-on combat game that it turned into. So, the character, I refit my character towards combat. Trained him up to be more combat-oriented. And now it's like, well, it's so difficult to play the game now. And all your characters are starting to make it so easy, like the game's on easy mode and stuff. I'm like, there's times where we're low on resources. It's not that easy. And it's like, well, you know, Antarius basically whittles down groups of enemies, and every time I try to shut down James, Harry comes in and countercasts anyone that I use to try and shut you down. It's like, well, yeah, cover each of our strengths and weaknesses with each other. That's how we're playing as a party. That's how
Thank
we're
you for the
working
wah,
as a
Denver.
machine.
Yes. If your team isn't doing, if your players aren't doing that, you have a bigger problem.
Oh, do you want me to tell you the colossal? Okay, so I'm talking with a friend, and he was talking to me about his game. And the absolute colossal problem that his previous session had from last week, apparently. You want me to tell that?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'll leave out names.
Yeah.
Alright. Party consists of a blood hunter, a cleric, a paladin warlock, multi-class, a barbarian and a blood hunter, a death cleric, and a paladin warlock multi-class. His character is the paladin warlock multi-class. Okay, so they're going up to deal with the bandit camp. Pretty simple setup, right? Alright. They know that there's traps set up around the perimeter of the bandit camp for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
In addition to some foxholes, and they don't know whether or not anyone's in them at the time. So, for luck, is okay, maybe we should, you know, make a suggestion of having the clock next to them and, you know, and mopping up the rest of the bandits with the help of Cyclops with the promise of money and stuff. Okay, Barbarian and Cleric do not say anything to his character, right?
Yeah.
Like, did not respond. Okay, so the Cleric went to scout off on the edges of the bandit camp. And apparently it was made on the site of a ruined town, and the only attacked building was a mausoleum. cleric decided he was sneaking over there, but did not communicate this to the rest of the party. The barbarian opted to follow the cleric, assuming, you know, the cleric has an idea. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Before they left, though, they asked if anyone can get the message through Cyclops 4. The plan was the only one that had been communicated, and nobody else set a plan otherwise. So basically, having been ditched from the party and not willing to try stealth because Paladin's wearing full plate for the next mod.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, it's called It's Not Happening. So his character decides to take things in hands and use the Fine Steed to distract two of the bandits and attempted to take out the one nearby the forest edge to create a hole in the bandit patrol. Missed one of her attacks, resulting in one bandit living long enough to actually go raise the alarm. Once the alarm was raised, the fog cloud covers the camp in the fog, and out of character. Okay, so basically the character wants to navigate through the fog and regroup with the paladin, but here's the thing. Now that the fog's over the entire camp, what's the problem with navigating through the camp now? Now that there's a fog cloud over it.
You can't see where you're going.
Yep, and what were they able to see when there was this fog cloud? Two things.
Probably a very nice enemy, or a...
Yep. The other one is something like the traps.
Traps is right.
And the cleric wants to navigate through the fog without being able to
Detect traps.
Oh, that's the thing. You have to still be able to see them.
That was cool.
And keep in mind, we're talking about a cleric
Road.
So, basically, the party is currently divided, unable to see, and the cleric wants to wander through the camp past traps that it no longer see in order to try and find the paladin. And that's where the session ended for the night. Me, little boy.
You're gonna have to repeat that, man. You roboted hard on that. Right before I cut you off. You're good now, though. Session cut off, or session ended, and then you're like, oh boy.
That's a pretty crazy place to end off your session at. And keep in mind, the Blood Hunter was not there for that session. So, I don't know what their character was doing, because that context was never given. Because I don't know if the character was there and the EM was playing for him, or they just have him wander off and then rejoin the party when he comes back to play the session later. I don't know. This is someone else's game. And just my opinion of this is like, wow. Yeah, my players, they coordinate every turn when I play. Like, it's like, hey, did you think about this? Hey, did you think about this? We communicate plans to each other. We know what our characters are doing, and generally, even if our characters don't necessarily fully trust each other, they can get a hunch for the situation and basically wing it with the other characters and stick together as part of the group. So, my groups tend to do that. So seeing this absolutely chaotic, disjointed team that's not working together to me is just like, well, it's in character because they haven't known each other very long. But at the same time, it's also a case of, man, I appreciate my players more. Unfortunately, that's that well-oiled machine that causes corpse walls.
That's because he can challenge you more.
For those listening without context, and Pathfinder, if enough bodies occupy a space, basically you get difficult terrain, and then if more occupy it after that point, it becomes an area that provides cover. So, because my players are fighting giants, I reduced the count of what needs to be into a square by a little bit because of how big giants are in general and stuff like that. But not all giants are the same size, so I have to adjust the numbers a bit. And basically my players are fond of killing enemies in the same squares to create impromptu cover and difficult terrain to prevent things from moving in and flanking or attacking in certain ways. Basically a way to funnel them into having to fight the fighters more and more. I always like it to sort of... I say corpse walls because I liken it to the scene in 300.
That's essentially what it is.
Well, yeah, but not... Well, that's the thing. That is exactly what it is whenever they have enough downtime between waves or stuff, or enemies, and know that more enemies are going to come soon. They just start moving the bodies in a way that makes them into corpse walls. Just to actively prevent them from coming directly at them, or force them into a position where they have to come directly at the melee fighters without the ability to get to or reach the casters. Basically funnel things into the front line without affecting the back line. And they're efficient at doing it and develop tactics for doing it. Oh man, there was that moment. There was that moment where basically I had some giants basically use the strength mod to hit the team and just throwing stones and stuff. And I started pelting the archer Vegas. And he just turned to the entire party. The dude's taking like 75% of his HP in this one combat for the first time. And like, he's like, that was like over half of my HP in a single attack. That's the most damage I've taken in a single fight in Terrabooks. And I'm like, that's the most damage you've taken in a fight so far. And he just looks at me like, really? You motherfucker.
Well, then
But
you're
I'm
a
not
good
killing
GM. Yeah. You're an attempted.
Well, I mean, every attempt, GM attempts to kill the dragon, so it's nothing to do. I try to get you there as close as possible without actually killing you. Make you feel,
Insecure and about your character safety.
you can worry about your character's safety if you're alone there. Or even enough of implied threats to learn about it, because, you know, that's the other thing with the Shadowrun Starfinder game. That I didn't have to actually have you physically threatened with physical opponents necessarily, but there was the understood threat that you would be up against things you could not handle if you failed to deliver on certain things, or if you dallied too long in certain areas.
And we made sure not to do that.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely made sure not to do that. Because we're looking for you hard after certain things went live on the TV broadcast. We're looking for these kind of people, roughly this. Responsible for a kidnapping at a hotel.
didn't kidnap.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, that's.
We liberated.
All right, America. Yeah, I know. It was, the moment the news story hit the news, and your character saw it, it's like, you need to get the ground now. I actually made you guys feel threatened enough in order to do it.
Yeah. We felt like it was necessary.
Yep.
We managed to pull it off. We earned it.
Hey, Uni, you still there?
I mean,
So, you want to play in October?
yeah.
You find if it's just regular Pathfinder rather than
That's fine.
Okay. It's same. Final Fantasy D20 was based off of it, so it's mostly the same.
Yep.
Gotta find a premise. Now the only thing we have to ask is that your plate be free for the month.
Yeah.
I'll make sure of
Well,
it.
weekends on the month.
That should be fairly easy. I don't work weekends.
Well, I don't know if you want to do things with your boyfriend or anything, you know. Try not to affect my any player's personal lives.
Oh, I understand and appreciate that.
Yeah. Like right now, a lot of us aren't running games because Robert's currently in tax season. And it's not having a good time. Probably didn't help that they were trying to screw them a bit out of their bonuses before tax season started.
And Sticky,
And
you
then
there
they
too?
walked it back.
Sticky? All good.
Yeah, his Robert's boss threatened to basically walk. If they screwed all of the employees like that, they backed off. She's the one keeping a lot of that running, so. And this close to tax season, it would be hard to find a replacement to actually do the job competently. They do tax stuff for businesses in the area. Their clients are businesses and business owners. Not just regular consulting for the average Joe. For business clients and business people. bit more social focus or combat focus?
There's not a lot of combat stuff. Like a lot of combat stuff.
Mostly with run. Yeah. Well, also my one shot's a bit more combat focused.
Yeah. It would be a nice change of pace if we did something more social.
Looks like we got them all.
Just think about something, Aaron. If you want to do something like maybe like a heist game,
Heist is really risky because that's an all or nothing kind of gambit. Because if one thing goes wrong, everything goes foobar.
well, it depends on how much you improvise from there. But yeah, I can see your point.
I'll actually be right back.
Yeah, no worries. We're probably just gonna spitball ideas.
Yeah. How's Monster Hunter Sticky?
That's the curse of Monster Hunter. You usually spend more time in the hub area.
Yeah, getting yourself used to it.
Yeah, I'm like going around trying to memorize where everything's at in this new area, and I'm looking at like it's been years since I've played this, right? So I'm trying to look at all the upgrade options, my equipment, and all that stuff.
Well. Hmm?
Have you played this one, the World?
I've played Monster Hunter World, yes.
Yeah, so I played
Not
it.
Wilds, which is the newest one.
Well, that's not come out yet. I did play the beta just a few days ago. That was pretty cool. I played World years ago. I want to say it was like, I think Iceborne came out while I was playing it, but it's been quite a few years. And same story as everything else. Got to the end game type stuff, ran out of stuff to do, quit. So I've got all of mastering to do. From what I understand, it got really tough. And I was messing around with it the other day, and I managed to take out the first monster, like the first mission, introducing Iceborne.
Yeah.
But it was, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what weapon I want to use. You know, I'm good with longsword and switch axe. But I really have no idea what I actually use. Switch
Insect Glaive was pretty fun. I know there's someone out there who loves Lance, but I'm not sure how good Lance is back in that game.
just I don't really. The reason I don't like Greatsword is because of how slow you move. You know,
Yeah.
I don't really like the low mobility stuff. In Lance, you gotta kind of get used to hopping around instead of dodge rolling.
Yeah. You could do dual blades or sword and shield.
I thought about Sword and Shield. I was seriously considering it, but the problem with that is that I feel like I'm not really doing anything. Same thing with dual blades, actually. You feel like you're not doing anything unless you're pulling off that big combo. And when you pull off that big combo, you know, I get greedy with it. I end up hurting myself. You know, you get locked in and you get hit.
Yeah, you overextend.
Yeah. I'm good with the longsword and switch axe. I played Rise back when it came to Game Pass. I used the switch axe there. The longsword was my main one here, and I know I'm good with those two. I love the hammer. It's just that it's like I have a but for every weapon, you know, like
Yeah.
it's awesome, but this. So the hammer's too short, man. It's like you try to pull off that big bang combo, and all it takes is the monster moving its head half an inch, and you miss one strike, and it's all gone. Insect Blade is awesome. And that's one I was thinking about. I love the way you can move and fly through the air and stuff. I messed around with it a long time ago and kind of learned the Kinsect stuff. But from what I understand, you're better off using ground combos whenever you use the Insect Blade anyway. You do more damage that way. I
Yeah.
feel like that takes half the fun out of it.
Well, the aerial combo is mostly for those airborne enemies who go up in the air, and you need to have some damage dealt to them. Yeah, that's what I find it mostly to do for, or for evading an attack. And Zed, an idea for the campaign that just came to me. Would be Political Uprising, or what is it? Not Political Uprising, but basically Usurpation. An overthrow, essentially. Corrupt government overthrow kind of thing.
Gordon. Gordon.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Hydrated.
My analog stick is getting so bad. Like every time I let go of my right analog stick, it's just slowly drifting up. Sometimes not slowly, you know, just drifting up. It's driving me nuts.
I mean, it is repairable.
Yeah, I need to get one of those cans of like air dust or whatever you want to call it. I tried to blow down in there, you know, I took it apart, tried to blow and clean it up, like make sure there's no dust or hair or anything, but it didn't really make a difference.
Yeah, that's because it's more of an electronic thing than anything else.
I need a new controller. So expensive. You guys have any idea if like cheap Amazon controllers are any good? I'm sure you can probably get one for 20 or 30 bucks. I wouldn't imagine they would be. I just don't know how reliable they are. You know, I don't want to buy a $30 controller and then it breaks a month later.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I need to just take a look.
I'd be wanted to do it.
Foot bath. Foot bath.
Well, look at it. Other social intrigue one would be there. Ooh, dealing with a, I don't know, let's say spying, but that doesn't, not spy, but you know what I mean, like, basically a traitor to whatever the thing we're working for or working with. And we gotta figure it out before our plan comes to a head. We do have a dead set timeline to work with. Come on, Squid, back here.
Oh, this piece is so slow.
Hilarious.
My character is like sitting in a hot spring, and I can splash water, and you know, like everything in Monster Hunter is super anime, so she's like fucking, she's on her knees like splashing water all cute and stuff, and I can click frolic and she gets up and jumps, and I don't know, it's just hilarious. It's just, I love, like, I mean, not necessarily this, but like the cats cooking and stuff, I love that. It's one of my
All the
favorites.
palicos? Okay.
Yeah. Die. Can't die. It's what is like. Oh, I see.
Supposed to be a fun little thing. I've got some later armor in Monster Hunter Rise as well.
Rise is the same story, it's just recent.
Yeah.
I want to say it was maybe last year I played it and got all the way to the Crimson Glow Valve. It was ridiculous. It took me 100 times, and then I finally got him and got his armor and like stuff. And their Sunbreak came out or whatever. Got it. Like Monster. It's a really hard game to play by yourself.
Good. Oh, you do the inverse of the rebellion, where the part of the faction wants to keep them oppressed. What's this thing? I mean, there's always the detective route. Freelance detective route. Ooh, our missing persons case. That'd be a fun one to do, a missing persons case.
Somebody.
Damn, I've been spitballing these ideas more here. Son of a bitch. Yeah. Well, my idea was, like, the two sides of the coin of, like, a political uprising, either the rebellion side or the combatant side. Then there was the, missing persons case, or the classic was, like, freelance detective thing. What else do I say? Or you could be like a ghost busting team or something like that, basically you go to haunt some places. And instead of using like physical violence to root them out, we have to do a more calming means, I guess. Exercising means rather than a like, violent exorcism and helping the ghosts move along.
That takes
kind of
care of
thing.
you guys.
But obviously the ghosts will be violent.
The hell am I learning this?
Spitballing ideas for a tabletop game that is a social intrigue rather than a very combat-heavy game.
Gotta think of more
These are good and classic.
Oh, let me go back. Look around this.
Okay.
Bye.
Fun with that. Early. It's
Not early.
5 in the morning for him.
Jeez. Does he have to go to sleep?
Yeah, he goes to bed very early in the morning. He goes to bed very early in the night because he's used to going to school and being there by like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and he has to take a bus and or train to get there.
I see.
Yeah, he's used to be up at this hour. I'll be right back. I gotta go pee.
No problem.
Okay.
Well, okay.
What's up?
You're really gonna like me when we get you moved over to the new bot.
Oh.
I just made it have an automatic translate.
That's sweet.
So if someone types in another language, it'll automatically respond with the translation.
Oh yeah. Like I was informed by somebody that was in here said that they were not behaving appropriately with their words.
Mm-hmm.
So they got the hammer.
Good. I mean, until we can get stuff that'll help us to handle other languages, we have to request that they abide by our rules.
Why did two big guys have to come after me? Yay, bread. Elephant.
quick? I'm just gonna mute myself for a while. I'll probably start.
Okay.
Granted, I didn't do the actual development work for it, for the
I don't
auto
care.
translate.
You
No,
found
I
it.
know. I just found it. Yeah, I found it, and it's specifically for StreamerBot. So
Hell yes.
yeah, I love their Discord because they actually have a library of shared things that people have made.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it'll help with any kind of thing you might need.
Like Discord integration.
Discord's built in.
Okay. Then it'd be like maybe
Wait, so let me double check.
what is it? Twitter and Blue Sky, although Blue Sky's fairly new, so I don't think it'll be done just yet. I'm assuming with API hooks and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, they have an integration Discord basic webhook action. They have direct integrations for Elgato, Stream Deck, Camera Hub, and Wavelink. Like the Stream Deck part, you can actually have it set a state of a tile, or you can have it switch over to a new page for you.
Welcome back.
And the other thing is, you can also have words with this auto translate, like a word list that you say, don't translate that.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Interesting. Damn it. Oh boy, am I getting screwed. There we go.
You okay?
Yeah, I was done the last 2 shots on this essentially dungeon part of this golfing part of this dungeon minigame. What does it mean? It's a minigame of golf inside of a dungeon. You get a certain number of hits on the ball before it disappears. I was down to my last 2 and I was basically right in front of the portal. And I've had luck where on the especially the point blank shots where it's really hard to miss, I somehow still miss because something happens and it goes horrifically wrong. Hey, Monk, on the level, here we go.
So you go for Murder Mystery Uni?
What's that?
For October. You want to do a Murder Mystery?
That could be fun.
Because Loki doesn't want to do combat, do more social aspect.
Why do we do combat so often?
Yeah.
I know get all players' opinions and then go for them.
Get the get him as well. Oh, let's go for
Good shit. No one's hitting that fireball.
Tough diet, but sometimes I make some awesome food. That was a really good chicken burrito I just had.
Where'd you have that?
Some salsa.
Nice, sounds delicious.
Just had all this fancy keto bread and all the keto products. The first time I ever did keto, they didn't have any of that. I went completely without bread, eggs and cheese and meat, and that's it. Like little bits of peanut butter. But now, you know, they have modified wheat starch and stuff. They have keto-friendly bread and keto-friendly chocolates and all kinds of cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like your life has gotten a lot easier on this diet than with your girlfriend.
The spend, the easier it is because it's not exactly cheap to buy
Absolutely.
some of that stuff.
And these special dietary needed items are always a bit expensive because they see it as a niche market that no one's really going to try and worm in on. So they can charge you an arm and a leg and a hand.
Got like $10 for 4 peanut butter cups. I said screw that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Really good on our diet. We just haven't gone to the gym, not exercising, so we lost some weight, and then I think we've kind of plateaued because we're not really doing anything.
Yeah, you lost the water weight.
They start doing missions and stuff here, so I'm gonna jump back out of here and focus on the stream for the next few hours.
Okay, well,
It's working late, so I'm gonna go till like 1 o'clock.
well, you're more than welcome to hang out here and do your stream if you like.
Yeah, well, I'm liable to be like yelling at the oh shit,
Yeah.
yelling cuss words and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know where to find me. You can always send me a message on Discord if you need to.
Oh, of course. I'm saying if you wanted to.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. See
Talk
you guys.
to you later. See you.
Yeah, it was a good one, man. Nice.
Oh yeah, very nice guy. Very good dude. Is that red or yellow?
Am I picking between the two?
Yes, red or yellow.
Yellow.
Very good.
And you got me a heal
Here
coin.
you are.
Nice.
I don't know what that is, but okay, cool.
Heal over time.
Oh, okay. I would probably need to pick.
Oh yeah, definitely a good idea. Yeah, changing out. Or any kind of shapeshifter. Or mimicking human faces.
That's the thing, is like move it out of player options. What can be NPC options or what can
NPC would be a little mean because if they turn out to be the murderer, it's like we don't know which one it was because they're old. They can just change their shape when they need to. Frame somebody.
Well, yeah, that's. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's like, okay, keeps changing their appearance. Like, well, can't find them.
You know, perfectly frame the person. No, it's alone in my room! Ah, perfect alibi, huh?
Look at all these people slumped there.
Oh no. Good enough. I was hoping for the bank shot. Another one down. I should probably take it. Reverse. Item. Damn it. Petrify bullshit. Come on. Thunder Spirit. Jesus! Fuck you, dude. Damn. Just got fucking two-tapped by an enemy. I couldn't guard in time. Fuck. Anything? And got no treasure chest. Premium chicken. Left, not right for that. Justification.
Alright. Let's get those on
Yeah. In the bed then?
Probably in a little while. But I'm probably just gonna wind down for the rest of the night.
Sure. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, no problem. Uni, just to let you know, I'll check up with you in September.
Okay.
Usually start planning a month in advance when I start setting up the one shot.
Sounds good.
Like, hard doing it. So I'll get back to you with basically what classes are allowed, what races are allowed, etc. And
Alrighty.
so I'm really good. I'm good about it. You know, give me a link and have that information
Yep.
available. Alright. Yep, you both have a good night.
Alright,
do the
man.
same.
You
Take care, Zed.
too. Take care, man.
Say hi to Dev for me, by the way.
Will do.
Later.
Later. Making progress slowly with this damn Brassard. Even going a little bit lower now. Thank you. show. What a dangerous game there. What did it?
It could be faithful when you do TCG.
What will that do?
They have a stream stats display. It goes over like subscribers, followers, runtime, raids, and all of that. But it comes off as cards coming onto the stream.
That would be pretty cool. Be great for TCG. God damn it. 11 strokes to get there. Excuse me? Why didn't that count? Thank you. Silly game. First one I made room should have counted. Okay, so about half full on them. I'll freaking take that. Love me some resurrection powder. Paint. You don't need freaking paint. Oh. Ow. Ow. See how that machine was lonely, he had so many friends around. Oh, hello. Leo Griff. That was guarded? Jesus. So many synthesis points. Love it. There's the exit. Let's go that way. Bread. Okay, so that other one was unguarded. is it?
Looks like we got them all.
Sword kills. Works. Not exactly my favorite, but it worked. And all these shots are not exactly going in my favor, but they're working out. Oh my god. Holy shit, I almost fucked that one up. My goodness. That sounds really bad. Thanks for the lightning stones. I didn't really need them. Oh, without healing, fuck you, no. Oh, an exclusively steep run. Bring it back on your enemy, you silly little elemental. Ghost Wire. Time to upgrade that. Hey, moonshine. Ghost, I wanna go. You get closer to me. Without your buddy. come on. No, you want to. Come on. Oh well. Okay, come on, a little lower, man. A little lower. There you go. I'm not happening, Joe. 5 shots. That didn't help me in the slightest. Better. There. Oh, thank fuck, resurrection powder.